Hey everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed last week's video of the story time that I did of dumping my ex-girlfriend by PowerPoint. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, I would suggest watching after this one. But this week's video, I decided to tell the story about the time I almost got arrested and ended up almost going to jail as well. So this all happened back when I was in college. We all moved away and went to this new town, and so we didn't have any parental supervision. Freshmen in college, 18-year-old. We were making some dumb decisions. And at this point, me and a couple of my friends, we were really into like paranormal. So we were using Ouija boards a lot. We were trying to go on ghost hunts. We pretty much were just IRL playing Phasmophobia, except nobody gets choked out by a ghost. At one point during the second semester, we had heard that there was a abandoned middle school that was haunted. And so once we heard that, we knew that we had to go. So me and about 5 other people, we all decided that we wanted to go to this middle school on a random weekday and try to get in and do our little ghost hunt. Being 18, we were dumb. We tried doing some really dumb things. And one of those was we tried using like gardening tools to break the chain around the door so we could get in. Obviously, looking back, that was super dumb, just in general, but also to think that those would break the chain on it. It didn't work, but at that point, we started wandering around the school, hoping to find like a broken window or something that we could sneak in so we could go around. One of our friends, Ever, happened to find this window that he thought he could shimmy up and get in. So I went over to it with him, and he tried to shimmy it, and right as I was about to start helping him, the window shatters. So there's me, Ever, and Bryce, and we're all standing there, and we lost it. As soon as the window shattered, we were like scared cats. We grabbed the gardening tools and just ran away. So when the glass broke, we didn't tell the other 3 guys what had happened. They were somewhere else far away. So we just ran all the way back to my car. Like, we parked blocks away just in case anything were to happen. They wouldn't see my vehicle next to said crime. And so we ran for a few blocks and got back to my car. But right as I was getting to my car, we see a cop car pull right by us. And as he's driving by, he flips the lights off so there's no lights on his car, and he turns right to the school. And so we're like, oh shit. Like, the other guys are about to get busted. So we just hop in the car, like, see you later. Like, we can't help you. We get in our car and we drive away. We drive back to the school. 10-15 minutes go by. We're sitting in the parking lot. We're waiting to hear what had happened. And all of a sudden, as I'm about to take Bryce home, we get a call from one of the guys. This is probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. So one of the guys, as soon as the cop came up, he ratted on everybody. I'm talking, he gave the cop everyone's first names, last names, what apartment they were in the school. Like, he gave everything to these cops and just screwed us over. Because, like, I don't know about you, but if you're my friend, we're ride or die. Like, if that were to happen, I'm not going to say you were there. Like, why would I do that? They have no proof you're there, So we get the call saying that we all have to go to the police station because of this. And since the cops now know who we are, there's no way of us getting out of this. So we all have to drive back to the police station. Bryce he's bawling his eyes out. I'm sorry, Bryce, if you hear this. It happens. We didn't know it was gonna go on. We didn't know what was happening. So for some reason, the cops didn't arrest them. They just told all of us to go to the station. So, I mean, we could have ditched it, but we were good Samaritans, and we all pulled up to the station at the same time. And so they take us in the back, and they said, they're going to interrogate each and every one of us to find out what exactly had happened or what we were doing and everything like that. So, of course, when they asked who wanted to go first, no one said a word, and so I was the first one to explain what had happened. So I just told them what had happened and how Ever had broke the window and that we had ran away. Obviously, I didn't mention the gardening tools. I'm not dumb. And once everyone explains to the cops each and everything that happens, they tell us that they're just going to go ahead and reach out to the owner of the abandoned school, and that if they want to press charges or anything like that, you know, something might happen, but they said probably worst comes to worst, we have to pay for the window, and that we will probably have to stay like a weekend in jail. Obviously, not what you want to hear, and as it was coming up on finals, not the best for our mental state, but you know, it is what we deserved, I suppose. So, some time passed. Ever calls the cops to ask if, you know, if there was anything, any updates on it, and you know, we got incredibly lucky because apparently when they had reached out to the owners just never contacted them back. And so we ended up never having to do anything because of it. We actually did learn that the school wasn't even the abandoned school. The abandoned school, I guess, was on like the other side of the town on the outside, and for some reason we thought this middle school abandoned in the middle of town was the said abandoned school. So it was already dumb because literally anyone that drove by could have saw us. That's not the best part. What ended up being the best part is the fact that about 4 or 5 months after that, the middle school that they were currently using in the town, the roof collapsed. And so they needed to get a new school, and they had to use a new building before the next school year. So they had to go and refurbish that middle school for the next school year. So they just replaced everything. They replaced the window, obviously, and like they just had to get it ready for the school year. And so we got away scot-free. We didn't have to pay anything on the school, and they're still currently using that middle school as the middle school in that town. So we just ended up getting super lucky. I mean, we were so dumb trying to be ghost hunters in the middle of this college town. But, you know, we got away. We got away scot-free. But that's kind of where that story ends up ending. So if you guys do enjoy story times like this and maybe want some other different stories, I got plenty. You know, I can always do some of these just in between when I'm working on videos. So that way we keep the uploads coming. But otherwise, I will see you guys here in a few weeks. I should be back on our normal schedule, but you never know after vacation. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video.